I managed to make it home, leaning on Saber's shoulder. The wound in my chest hasn't completely healed. According to Saber, I'll need to lie still for a few hours. I bite my lip. I curse my body for refusing to listen to me, even though I know what I need to do now. Shiro, are you thinking of doing something rash? No. Me? Something rash? Come on. No. I wasn't thinking about anything. I'll be very angry if you do something reckless. You must not fight until your wounds have fully healed. This will be our final battle, so we must both be at our very best. Yeah, we're better off preparing ourselves than getting impatient. I'm thinking out where Kotomine went. About how to defeat Gilgamesh. There's just so much we need to consider. For now, though, we need to rest and wait until night. Oh no. At that moment, my mind freezes. There's nobody inside. The house feels different. Mingled with the smell of something burning, I can just pick out the strong scent of blood. I run. I ignore my chest wound. I run to shake off the chill running down my back. I run through the corridor, turn a corner, and pass through the familiar curtain that divides one room of the house from another. And the scene that greets me is anything but familiar. What? Someone killed Rin! Tosaka? My voice trembles. I don't know what happened. All I know is that Tosaka is looking at me, breathing weakly. You're finally home. So late. I was about to go to sleep. Dummy. What the hell is she saying? It looks like she's really struggling even to speak, but she tries to make conversation like nothing's wrong. What? Don't talk, you idiot! Tell me to stop the bleeding. Saber, get some towels and wash basin with warm water from the bathroom. Saber nods and turns to run to the bathroom. Bandages. I need bandages and some styptic. I don't think styptic will be enough for this. Damn it! I need a doctor. I need to call a doctor to treat her. I panic as I pull out the first aid kit. It's fine. I already treated myself. I don't need a doctor. There's something more important you need to do first. Oh, is Ilya? Where's Ilya? Tosaka's panting, but she looks straight at me. Tosaka? I don't know what the hell she's trying to say. I'm confused. I just nod to listen to what she has to say. Are you sure you're going to okay? There's so much blood. It's fine. I can stop my own bleeding. No, I'm not gonna make that joke. More importantly, I'm sorry I was supposed to be taking care of her, but I couldn't protect Ilya. Huh? I finally put two and two together. Tosaka wounded, the living room in disarray, and Ilya gone. Did Kotomine come here? She nods. He's the only enemy left, so there wasn't much point in asking. But Saber and I were the only ones who knew Kotomine was our enemy. It must have been a shock for Tosaka. The seventh master is her teacher and guardian. Don't apologize. Even you wouldn't have been able to do anything in an ambush. I know that. Whatever you said, you always trusted Kotomine. I suppose. Honestly, I underestimated him. Guess I got a little cocky thinking I could do everything on my own. She coughs up blood. Crap, I can't let her keep talking. Let's talk later. Just don't move. We'll get you treated, then you can rest up. Yeah, that's good. But before that, I think I need to tell you something. Shiro, it's the last advice I have for you, so listen good. That's ominous. But I just nod. This is serious. Especially if she's so insistent on telling me, even as wounded as she is. I couldn't stop her from speaking up now, even if I wanted to. First, Kotomine's objective was Ilya. You must have known from the very beginning that she would be the vessel for the Holy Grail. What? Ilya's the Holy Grail? Her heart, to be precise. Mages are humans with magic circuits, but Ilya's a human made for magic circuits. Wait, hold on, does that mean we can't destroy the Grail then? If we destroy the Grail, we'll destroy Ilya! We can't do that! Like, I know we got off to a rocky, like, start of our relationship with her, but, like, she's a good kid. As soon as there's only one servant left, she'll become the vessel that summons the Holy Grail. Then Kotomine's taken Ilya too. Yep, he took her away, but if Saber's still around, the path won't open, so I don't think Kotomine will harm Ilya since she's the vessel. I can only hope so. And Lancer won't be an easy servant to beat. Even if he couldn't defeat Gilgamesh, he might at least have been able to run away. I'll just have to hope he did. This isn't the time to tell Tasaka anyway. Got it. I'll go save Ilya, so don't worry. Okay. Now, the second thing. I think Kotomine is at Rudu Temple. I can't think of anywhere else to summon the Holy Grail. He probably abandoned the church already, and if he's going to hide, it's gotta be there. Got it. Kotomine is at Rudu Temple. She doesn't even seem to have the strength to move her head. But she nods anyway. Okay. Last thing. You can't beat Kirei. He's still going to fight him? Well, there's no other choice, is there? That question. She's not asking as a friend, but as a mage who truly understands the situation. I mean, like, if we don't have to kill him, if there's a way to get out of this without direct combat, I'm yours, I guess. Is there a method? Do you have something in mind, Tasaka? I'm going to settle things with Kotomine. Even if I don't have a chance of winning, I can't run away. But if Tasaka's a plan, I'll hear her out no matter what it is. Unfortunately, I don't. But I'll give you a parting gift. It's sent for self-defense, but it's better than nothing. Tasaka reaches behind her and pulls out a single dagger. Huh. This is a well-known dagger, perhaps even famous. It's used for rituals rather than for battles. It's a magical wand in the shape of a sword used to form magic circles and to intervene in mystics that have taken shape. Yeah, stab the priest. That's the strategy. The word Azoth is engraved in the jewel on the handle. Azoth, eh? What does Azoth mean? I know it means something. I've heard it recently. Not in the context of the game. Its blade isn't as long as a typical dagger, which probably fits Tasaka's preferences anyway. This is the Azoth blade, a sword favored by a famous scholar of mystics who took the world by storm some time ago. It is meant for mages to prove that their training is complete. The Azoth Blade is not unlike the sort of gift one receives for getting into a college. Tasaka, what is this? We probably should look at our weapon data. Can't you tell? This is my dagger. It's weak compared to my jewels, but I still infuse it with magical energy from time to time. It'll activate if you say... Yeah, I'm not trying that. Those aren't even Latin characters. Is that a beta in the middle there? And flood it with as much magical energy as you can. She hands me the dagger. It's surprisingly heavy. Not physically heavy, rather I feel the weight of Tasaka's memories in the dagger. Tasaka, are you sure about loaning this to me? It's fine. I knew I was no match for Kirei, so I hid it from him. I don't want it to go to waste, so you use it. Okay, I'll take it. Honestly, more weapons can't hurt. Oh, so you do get it. Then maybe it's time. I'm just getting so sleepy. She laughs, embarrassed. Next thing I know, Saber's standing behind me, waiting to treat Tasaka. Yeah. Go ahead and sleep. I'll wake you up in the morning. Then I'll make you a nice big meal. Yeah, I'll do that. And this last one is more of an order than a warning. Shiro, you're going to do this. You need to win. Even if it kills you. I will never, ever forgive you if I wake up and find you dead and defeated. Dead or defeated, fine. But not dead and defeated, got it? She looks like she's said everything she wants to say. And so, Tasaka drifts right off to sleep. She looks well enough, so I feel a little stupid for worrying about her. But then again, I know that's her way of cheering me on, and her words really do invigorate me. Yeah, leave it to me, Tasaka. I nod at Tasaka's sleeping form. Everything's all set. All that's left is to spend these next few hours without regrets while my wounds heal. Alright. I'm gonna, real quick, have to step away for a moment. Hope you all don't mind too much. We'll be right back. Ready to face off with Kodomine, hopefully Sevilla, and I guess also probably Gilgamesh will be there, too. How are we actually gonna win this? Debatable. I don't have a really solid idea yet, but we'll figure something out. Today slowly takes over into tomorrow. We treat Tasaka's wounds and take her to her room to rest, while I make dinner and eat with Saber in silence. Just a little longer. Most of my wounds are healed. We only have about an hour or two left. In the meantime, I'll spend time with Saber, report to Kiritsugu, or have a strategy meeting. Part of me actually wonders if this is actually an important choice or not. Like, this might just be like a flavor choice. Like, oh, what cool little like extra dialogue do you want to have before your final fights? What part of the story is the most... Did I say Kiritsugu? I think I meant to say Kirei. Anyways. I mean, obviously having a strategy meeting is probably the wisest choice here. Just in terms of practicality. I'm not really drawn to report to Kiritsugu, necessarily. So it's either spend time with Saber or have a strategy meeting, I think. I guess the question is, what are we winning this with? Are we winning it with the power of friendship or the power of strategy? I don't know. It can go either way. I know sometimes I'm like reading a book and then we get to the final climax and I'm like, oh, Like, because sometimes, right, there's two different types of stories by my estimation. There's stories where they're all about, like, clever characters doing clever things, and then at the very end of it, they, like, outwit their opponent, the enemy, and save the day. And then there's the other stories where it's just all about emotion, and they save the day by doing the stupidest things in the final climax, falling into, like, the most obvious of traps, but it all works out because they love each other, and love conquers all, and it's like, yeah. So, I'm more of a drawn to, like, the logical stories than the emotional stories. I mean, obviously it's probably best if you have both, right? If you have a good emotional payoff while also the characters are making intelligent decisions that actually make some amount of sense. I guess the other thing too is I'm not sure what we can really strategize about at this stage, right? I mean, we're going to Ryudu Temple. We think Kirei is probably there. Probably has Ilya, but we don't really know the specifics of the situation necessarily. And heck, we don't even know if Gilgamesh is going to be there. And I agree that a strategy meeting is probably the best choice. But also, I don't think they would punish you for spending time with Saber. So I'm going to do that. Power of friendship. Power of love is going to win. How should I spend those remaining hours? I thought a lot about it, but wound up here in the end. This place always remains the same. Enjoy the peace of the living room, but I'm more comfortable here. Yeah, for a Western knight, you look so natural with a bamboo sword. Plus, you like sitting Seiza. We should have put on some kendo gear and had a match while we had the chance. Wear protective gear? Why did you not say so earlier? I would have worn my armor while you put on protective gear for a mock match. Yes, we really should have done that. If only I'd mentioned it earlier, I could have gone all out on a match with you, Shiro. What can I say? I mean, I didn't assume I'd have... Wait, hold on. I was going to say I didn't assume I'd have protective gear when fighting. Why don't I have protective gear when we're fighting? I know it's maybe a bit gauche to be walking around with, like, in full plate mail or something, but also, you know, maybe a little bit of Kevlar or something, just a little vest under my clothes. I'm sure he's wealthy enough. He could have procured something, right? Unless Japan, I know Japan is, like, very strict, like, has much stricter gun control than, like, say, America has, which actually dates all the way back to, they had very strict sword control after the country was, like, properly united under the shogunate, I forget which one, but the Tokugawa shogunate. Anyways, apparently, I think that was to, like, you know, if the people aren't armed, they aren't as likely to start a civil war with each other all over again, because this is after the Sengoku Jidai, the kind of warring states period of Japan. Anyways, all that is to say, I know sometimes some of the more stupid forms of gun control also somehow extend to, like, body armor, of, like, oh, like, I get the gun control argument of, like, you know, we don't want people to shoot other people. I don't get the banning body armor argument, because that's purely defensive. So I'm not sure if Japan has restrictions on body armor, but if they don't, why don't I have some? I'm like, yeah, probably most of it is optimized for blocking bullets, which none of the servants fight with, but simultaneously, if it can block a bullet, it's probably going to do at least something to, like, a sword swing, I would imagine. Okay, so. Saber's so cute when she pouts like that. Cute as she is, her actual words are pretty terrifying. You're not really serious about going all out, are you? If you fought me without holding back, I'd want to end up bedridden for a week. No, that is not true. You underestimate yourself. You really have grown as a swordsman these past few days. At this point, you may even be able to land a hit on me. Really? Even if she's only flattering me, I'm delighted. Giving me some confidence, perhaps unearned, which will lead to my hubristic death, I'm sure. How could I not respect Saber when it comes to swordsmanship? Being able to land a hit on my mentor is like proof of my growing skill. For real? So you're saying that if the conditions and timing were right, I might actually have to land a hit on you? That is correct. You're going strong, Shiro. You should be proud of that. I'm very pleased. This is such a sweet interaction. There's no way they'd punish me for getting this interaction. No way. No way. I can tell she's being honest as she smiles at me. When I see her face like that, my determination starts to waver. Oh no. My determination. No. You got comforted by Saber. Saber, your determination begins to fade. You cannot save her. Afterwards, we won't be able to come back. If we could just run away instead of facing a battle, we have such a slim chance of actually winning. Shiro, why have you gone quiet? Are wounds still hurting you? If so, you must rest in your room. No, I'm fine. Nothing's hurting. I push my hesitation aside. I can't run away, and this isn't how I want to spend my final moments with Saber. Hey Saber, since we're here, want to have a quick spar? Not a serious bout, just a fun, lighthearted match. I bury my feelings and try to put on as strong a face as I can. Very well. Now I fight in my own style rather than kendo. Shiro, you can fight me in whatever style you want as well. She must have understood what I had in mind. Trading blows with a sword rather than words suits us better. For a short while, we forget about everything and just feel our bamboo swords whack at each other. The moon hangs high in the sky. The clouds have finally cleared, and the black of night is giving way to indigo. It'll be dawn soon. The long night is about to end. It will be the last one. During the night, Saber and I traveled to our final destination. It was surprisingly hilly. Like, seriously, this amount of stairs, I thought it was supposed to be flatter than this. The video games have lied to me. Shiro, this is... I hear the tension in Saber's voice. She's not the only one. As I quietly nod, I feel a cold sweat trickling down my neck. The mountain feels like a living thing. Chills run down my spine, stifling pressure assails me with every step I take. The air is thick and damp. The mana is dense. Feels exactly the same as 10 years ago. I expect at the very top. The summoning of the Holy Grail has begun. Maybe it's even over by now. Either way, Gilgamesh has probably defeated Lancer. Let's go over it one more time, Saber. Once we reach the top, the only thing left will be the fights. You take care of Gilgamesh, and I'll take care of the Master, Kotomine. Neither of us will get involved in the other's fight. If one of us defeats their opponent, that'll be the end of it. Well, what if we just tried to 2-on-1 Kotomine? Thoughts? Thoughts? No? Yes, this time I'll concentrate my own fight. Kotomine is an enemy you must defeat yourself. Right. Yeah. Leave him to me. And Saber, don't let him beat you. Yes, on my honor, I will not lose to him. Not as a servant, but as a heroic spirit, I shall not submit to that king. There's no longer hesitation or worry in her voice. I don't need to say anything else to her. We will head to battle and determine the final master in this war. But if, in the process, if one of us dies, the survivor just has to kill their opponents. Even if I'm defeated, as long as Saber defeats Gilgamesh, Kotomine won't get his hands on the Holy Grail. At the same time, if Saber is defeated, but I defeat Kotomine, Gilgamesh can't stay manifested. Yeah, something tells me maybe that's, like... I think Saber is very good, but every indication we've had so far is that Gilgamesh is, like, dang near invincible. So, I feel like there's probably going to be a lot of pressure on me to beat Kodomine here. No offense to Saber, but Gilgamesh he's something else. Like, I feel like... Yeah, like, your humans, or I guess here's the hierarchy I'm thinking. Alright, so you got your normal folks, normal people. And then, like, as an order of magnitude of power above them, you got mages. And then, like, an order of magnitude above the mages in power, you got, like, all the servants. And then, like, an order of magnitude above the servants, you got Gilgamesh, specifically. And that's the power ranking I'm seeing here. So basically, normal person is 1, Gilgamesh is 1,000, and then fill in the rest. This battle is now each of ours alone. Ooh, scary. Ooh. Yeah, we've never been all the way up here before yet, have we? First we got was the steps. And so we climb the stone steps. The closer we get to the temple gate, the denser the air gets. The red phosphorescence dances in the wind, and the whole place is too brightly lit for nighttime. Okay, wait, before we do this, though, because I think this will actually be important, we got a weapon. The Azoth Blade. Something tells me proper use of this blade might be key to winning this fight, so let's figure this out. So, it's the Azoth Blade. User is historically Wintersaka, but I have it right now. It is a mystic code that Rin treasures. The Azoth Blade is not a cutting tool, but a wand to amplify its user's magical energy and assist/augment MageCraft. So, do not try to stab someone with it, that's not what it's for. It is a popular implement within the Mages Association, and teachers and parents give it as a gift at coming-of-age ceremonies. It is modeled after the dagger favored by the man who laid down the foundation of modern alchemy. Okay. So the key thing I'm getting from this is to assist/augment MageCraft. It is not for cutting stuff. It may look like a dagger, but it's not one. Don't use it like that. Do not dull the blade unnecessarily. It reminds me of that fire 10 years ago. But it's different. Bound up in the red light, I spy something that looks like it's going to ooze out over the temple itself. It's out past the building. A glistening blackness like mucus spreads over the vivid red. The mud spreads like oil over the clear ground. You're finally here. I've been waiting, Saber. Gilgamesh stands there. Hallowed by the vivid red glow? Haloed by the vivid red glow. He pays no mind to the blood-red glow or the death-shrouded blackness. The servant, armed in gold, waits in the middle of the temple grounds for Saber and Saber alone. You have come at a good time. The Holy Grail has finally decided to show itself, and is starting to open up. This curse is what the Holy Grail holds within it. It's the third element that keeps us servants in this world. It's what spilled onto me 10 years ago. Gilgamesh's eyes only for Saber. Saber is similarly focused on him. She steps forward and points her sword at the knight in front of her. That's the spirits. Who know you can't possibly win, but you are still defiant, showing your fighting spirits. You are truly a fitting finale for this festival. I will not permit any outsiders to interfere, you mongrel. If you plan to fight Kodomine, be gone. He waits you at the altar. Ugh. Kodomine is waiting? I glance at Saber. She gives a slight nod, her eyes still on Gilgamesh. As I leave, I feel her wishing me luck. I turn around. My opponent is elsewhere, behind me. As I run, I hear the sounds of Saber's deadly battle beginning. Deep in the grounds, behind Rudu Temple's main building, is a large lake. This high up. Huh. It's been untouched for a long time, making it seem sacred, like it's inhabited by a dragon god. The lake's clear, blue water so pure and clean with not a trace of cloudiness. At least, that was true until yesterday. The lake is far from pure now. Red phosphorescence spreads out before me. It is a sea of dark, murky tar. And... oh... he's crucifying her! Jeez! A hollow chasm yawns in the midair, the body of a young girl floating near in offering. Kotomine. I've been trying to remain calm all this time, but that sight drives me over the edge. I stop and glare at the enemy. Welcome, Shiroimiya, the final surviving master. This ends. The ends of his lips curl up in a smile, and he spreads his arms in greeting. Weird that she's naked? Fair. I mean, these sorts of rituals are always kind of weird, aren't they? Our final battle will be fought here. This will be the summoning altar in this Holy Grail War. Put down Ilya, and I'll thrash you after that. I glare at Kotomine. We're at 10 meters apart. As soon as I take another step, the battle will begin. Once the battle starts, my only option is to rush him and stab him in the chest. See, Adam, good point on the joke. However, I already beat you to that like 2 hours ago in the stream when we were on the... when we had like the coffins part going on. But before that, I need to do something at Ilya. Hey, did you hear me? I told you to put Ilya down. What kind of scum are you? Taking pleasure in tormenting a child like her. Oh, I heard you, but I cannot do as you ask. The Holy Grail has appeared, but its hollow is still unstable. As the point of contact with the Holy Grail, I need her to endure for as long as her life lasts, or else my wish will not be granted. As long as her life lasts? I know you're still alive. You have no intention of bringing her down, I'll have to make you. I'm going to stop your wish. There's dark mud right here, right now. Ah, I see. Do you believe this is my wish? I have to hand it to Kiritsugu. His son has such a keen sense of things. What a shock, 2 generations of Amiyas completely mistaken. What? I have no obligation to explain anything to one who does not understand the Holy Grail. You shall fulfill your role as the final master, burdened by that misconception all the while. What? I kick off as quickly as I can. There's only about 10 meters between him and me, but I jump to the side, maintaining that distance. Rather than acting on my desire to kill him, my instincts kick in to help me avoid death. Ugh. I slip sideways and roll on the ground. I go tumbling across the ground, scrambling to look up. That was... What? I glance back at where I had just been running. The ground is on fire. The dark mud spreading over the lake is steaming. It's like a dark carpet. The mud coils and lunges at me, snapping like a whip. It leaves a searing welt on the ground. I should have mentioned that you are already well within my reach. Moreover, this stuff is extraordinarily responsive to the presence of living things. Dart around all you like, but if you are not careful as you do so, you will die. I leap out of the way of the black mud as it strikes at me once again. The hell with darting around blindly. This bastard's intent on killing me. You damn fake priest. I reposition myself, keeping an eye on the lake. I'm no closer to Kotomine. Looks like he's gonna keep me 10 meters away. Muddy tentacles seems to be able to stretch endlessly. Follows no matter how far I retreat. Not the only one. Ooh, are you ready to face me? Good. I'm pleased. Had you just walked away, I would have had no way to kill you. But if you desire to fight, I have no issue. I am, after all, a humble servant of God, and could never kill one seeking salvation or aid. The tentacle twists toward me. It looms over the lake, its sickle-sharp shaped head like a dark serpent. I bite my lip. I'm in about the worst possible situation here. More and more tentacles emerge from the lake. I'm not sure how much longer I can even survive, to say nothing of getting near Kotomine. You obviously have no chance of winning. The gap in our experience is considerable. Unless you have some major factor which can multiply your experience, that difference will not be easily overcome. The priest raises his hands. He stares at the heavens like a conductor leading an orchestra. Put your life on the line. Maybe then you will be able to reach me. The serpents surge forward. I try to kick away the mud clinging to my ankles. My clothes are burnt and my skin is exposed. I jump away from the lunging tentacle. I can't feel my mud-coated ankle, or right ankle, and I wasn't entirely sure I even still had my right leg until I used it to leap away. I check my body while I roll. Ankle? Okay, yeah, it's still there. I just can't feel it. If it's more or less intact, I can still probably run, though the inability to feel it probably isn't going to make that easy. I jump in another direction to avoid the mud's relentless attacks. Beside me, I hear a splash. The scent of burning earth wakes my dizzy head, and I push myself back up to my feet. A burning sensation sears its way down my back. The hell? Shake it off and jump to the closest clear ground. The mud's pursuit relents. I can no longer see any of the black mud that surrounded me. I bite my lip. I dodged and ran all over the place, but in the end, I'm right back here. Still 10 meters away. We're on 1st and 10. And not making any progress. Oh man, speaking of which, man, those matchups from yesterday, man. Not to get into football too much, I'm not sure if you guys watch football, but I will say, of the entire suite of playoff teams that were in the playoffs this year for the NFL, I would say, of all the possible matchups of the teams that were in the playoffs, probably the one I least wanted to see was Chiefs-Eagles. And that's the one we got, of course. Anyway. No offense if you're a Chiefs or Eagles fan, but I'm not. I calm my breathing and look up at him, to at least show he hasn't broken my spirit. Kotomine has not moved at all. He's just watching me running around. No matter how many deep breaths I take, my heart won't stop pounding. It's warning me that it's at its limits. It needs rest. My heart is ready to burst if I don't rest. That's how rapidly it's slumping in my chest. It's all jumping out of my mouth at this point. Can't do anything. I can't get near Kodamine, and I can't stop that black mud. There's not enough time for me to hold back about using projection. It's my only hope. If there's no way forward, I just have to project Saber's sword again. Should be able to cut through that black mud and give me a chance to rush Kodamine. Is that all? Have you given up? Say so. The moment he speaks... A tidal wave of mud crashes over me. I look up just in time to dodge. The mud itself isn't bad. It's slow compared to Saber's strikes when we sparred, and it doesn't change direction, so it's easy to dodge. But that only applies when there's just one tentacle. I can't handle multiple attacks at once, or those that strike from behind as soon as I've dodged another. As a result, I can only move around, and still mud slowly covers me. Get away! There's no time to rest. I'm not going to be able to use my projection. Projection requires me to form an image of a weapon from the very beginning, so I need at least a full minute of concentration. But if you Kodamine an opening like that, the only thing left of me will be smoke and bones. Everywhere the mud touches me, I go numb. At least it's not painful, but if that mud covers my entire body, I might not even know whether I'm dead or alive. If that happens, I'm a goner. I'd melt away, bones and all. I can only run. If I'm going to have any chance of getting near him, I have to do something about this mud. Oh, oh, ouch. Ugh. I can't believe it. I picked now of all times to trip? What is this, sprawl? Kodamine stares down at me as if I were a piece of trash. He points a finger at me, and several snakeheads rear up from the lake. What the? Get up. I try to get up, but fall again. I fall. The snakes pursue me, but I still fall. Why? Black mud splashes over the back of my neck. Ooh, yeah. Why? Why is my text black now? Now that I look closer, my right leg is entirely black. I'm becoming venom. Oh. Black mud rains down on me. Like a torrential downpour, it engulfs my entire body, and all I can do is await the oncoming tide of despair. No, I didn't lose. Surely not. What? What? No! Tiger Dojo. What do you think, guys? Should I go to the Tiger Dojo? Maybe strategizing would have been a slightly better idea than just hanging out. In retrospect. Frontier lies the Tiger Dojo. Would you like to seek advice? I know people like some of the chatters were upset with me last time I skipped the Tiger Dojo. So I guess maybe I'll do the Tiger Dojo. What do you think, chat? Are we doing Tiger Dojo? Maybe I'll put up a poll. That might be fun. It's been a while since I've did a poll. It's a prediction. Poll. Here, we'll do a poll on Twitch. So if you want to participate in the poll, come to Twitch. Tiger Dojo, yes or no? Boom. Should have put a question mark on there. Tiger Dojo question mark, we'll say. The Tiger Dojos are really fun. Funny. Okay. I'm all for funny. Man, 1 minute lasts a long time when you like set something and that's just like what's going on for a minute. Hmm. You guys better actually vote in the poll. Oh yeah, poll's almost done. You're almost out of time. No? Okay. Well, Beta, regardless, the actual poll got 100% votes with 2 votes. So your one is still outvoted regardless, Beta. We're going to the Tiger Dojo. We're enrolling. Yo, it's been so long since we've had like the slice of life segments. I completely forgot what voice I was even doing for her. Okay, being on what? It was like kind of upbeat sort of like being unarmed at the most crucial moments. This is Tiger Dojo, a place to help people like you. Well, the common wisdom is that victory or defeat are decided before the battle even begins. And what does that mean? Disciple number 1? Oh, we got Anelia. You shouldn't start a battle until you have a weapon or plan. Very good. The enemy is a servant who cheats by bringing in the strongest stuff with his power of ridiculous wealth. So you should prepare at least one weapon that might help you turn things around. Then are you saying you should restart from right the night before to prepare a new weapon? What can he possibly do in such a short time? Well, it is possible. Saber originally had 3 noble phantasms. You should be able to do something if you prepare the last one. Oh, so you just have to give it back. Exactly, like they say, render unto Caesar. It might be a shame to lose it, but I guess you have to return things to their owners. Oh, I guess you give good advice sometimes, Taiga. I guess you're a teacher even if you're not a very good one. Hahaha, praise me more! Yeah, then while Taiga's in a good mood, I have an exciting announcement to make. So this segment has been running as a little side thing to the main story, but this is the final episode. This is the final episode? What? I've tuned into the final episode of the Tiger Dojo? Oh, okay. Next time, a new series, Tiger Dojo Part 2, Taiga 100 million yen in debt, will begin. We're going to move this place to my castle and update the backgrounds, still pics, music, and game console. The protection budget will double and it'll be so elaborate you won't even think it's just a bonus side segment. Haha, lots of good news here. I'd really get it, but I guess it's like a computer graphics updating from wars to machines or something. Exactly, we'll finally be freed from this cheap art that looks like it was done as a hurried afterthought. Wonderful, now that that's settled, let's get the heck out of this dojo. See ya, friend. We'll be waiting for you in the renewed Tiger Dojo. Okay. Well, I guess we're on to the most recent decision point.